Good morning, everyone. I want to make this live before I go into work. Um, and it was just put on my spirit this morning. What is it, or what sin do you feel like is holding you back from getting closer to God? What things are in your life? What people are in your life? What things that you like doing that is taking up most of your time um, in your life that you can't squeeze in some time for God. Um, and what was put on my spirit is the truth will set you free. Like I said on my channel, I am sharing my testimonies and stories of things that I have been through. Some people will be ashamed of that. Some people will be, hesitant about sharing their stories and sharing their testimonies as well because we was taught in this world to just hide things, to sweep things under the rug, to not face the truth. And the only way you can be delivered from that sin, whatever is holding you back from your calling, from you getting closer to God, from you just changing your life and making making better choices in your life, is the truth. Whatever sin you struggle with, whatever you are battling in your life, you have to be honest with yourself first. Because you can't lie to God. God already knows, so you really be lying to yourself. But the only way you can be delivered from that sin or whatever you struggle with is when you just face the truth yourself. When you owned up to it. Um, when you just come to the realization that this is something that you are struggling with, this is a addiction, these are things that you are battling. Like I said, my channel is going to touch on a lot of topics. It's a lot of people are still suffering from childhood trauma, haven't healed from their past. um, a lot of people have mental issues. They battling the spirit of depression, anxiety, bipolars. I mean, schizophrenia, all kind of things. Like a lot of people are battling. They're afraid to admit. They don't want to admit. Um, and the best way, like I said, to win your battle is when you confront that sin, when you confront those demons, and you own up to the truth. That's the only way you can be delivered. Because when you're lying to yourself, because you can't lie to God, once again, how can you be delivered from that thing that you are struggling with in your life? Some people are in toxic relationships. Some people are in in abusive situations and things like that. Um, it's a lot of things in this world that is distracting people from God and their calling and finding out the truth. Like I said on this channel, I want to do some Bible studying, and we get into the Word, and we just learn about the Word and the meaning and breaking things down. I think that would get people more when they can better understand things and things to be broken down. um but this is just what I wanted to just speak on this morning. What are we're gonna speak on idolizing too. I'm gonna show Bible scriptures of that too, of idolizing. It's a lot of things that we do and we put before God, and we don't know that we are making that our idol in our life. Um, Whether it's people, things, places, etc. It's some things that you are idolizing and you don't even know. Some people don't even know that they're idolizing things, that they're making things their idol. Um, so, like I said, if you want to be truly delivered, you have to own up to the truth. You have to, face, what are you struggling with? What is keeping you away from God? What is stopping, you going after your calling? What are the distractions in your life? What are the things that you are entertaining that is keeping you away from God, keeping you away from your calling, keeping you from moving forward? Because once again, that's the devil's design, is to keep you from moving forward. He wants you to keep things hidden. He wants you to be ashamed of your past. He wants you to be ashamed of the sin. Because guess what? When you're ashamed of your sin, when you hiding sin, when you don't want to own up to the truth, when you don't want to own up to the addictions and the things that you are struggling with, you can't be delivered from that. Because you got to be truthful to yourself. Because once again, God already know. You can't lie to God. He already knows. But we have to be honest and truthful to ourselves on the things that we are battling, on the sin that, that is in our life, that's putting a stronghold on us, that's keeping us from moving forward in life, keeping us moving forward towards our calling and what God wants us to do. Like I said, this world, things are designed as distractions to keep people from the word, to keep people from the truth, to keep people just, not hearing God. Hi there. But like I said, I just wanted to make this little short live before I go into work. You guys didn't catch it. It's you have to go from the beginning. But yes, what is it in your life? Once again, what is it in your life? What sin are you battling? What things in your life that you are struggling with? What people are in your life are keeping you from your calling, or holding you back, or keeping you from moving forward with your walk? Once again, we have to be real with ourselves. We have to be truthful with ourselves. And we have to admit to, whatever you're addicted to, whatever sin you struggle with. That's how you can be truly delivered, is when you be honest with yourself, because God already know what you're struggling with. God already know that sin that you are battling. But we have to be truthful with ourselves. Because when we hiding things, when we're being shameful of things, how can you be delivered from that? And that's exactly up the devil's alley. He wants you to be ashamed. He wants you to keep things in darkness, so you can't come to the light. So you can't be delivered from, that life. You can't be delivered from that sin, whatever you're struggling with. So I just want to make this short live because I have to go into work, guys. If you guys want to hear the rest of it, you have to start from the beginning. I love all y'all. We're here to just build the family, build the kingdom on this earth, and be honest. Like I said, this channel gonna be real. I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not gonna be worried about what nobody else think. God wants me to tell my testimonies to help the next person. That is not who I am no more. It's not about who you used to be. It's about who you are now. I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. So you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Until next time.